Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He fires one deep down the middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another carry for him. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This one returned for 11 yards. And the Bills will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Trying it left side with Cook. Massive hit, the ball is out! And the offense recovers, they can still advance it. Now as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Allen. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. He's got it on the bootleg. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolf.
They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go, here we go. Go!
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll go down here at the 16. 16 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Get up.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Set go.
Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go, sack. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Head to 60, head to 60. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, it can mean a touchdown.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Allen now on 1st down. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
56, 56. We got it.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Allen gonna throw again. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams neck and neck. So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half. This from 40 on the right hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Pretty easy in hindsight to say you should have gone for it right there. I'm probably echoing a lot of voices. Should have gone for it. but not many of us expected him to miss that field goal. You get 3 points, there's a lot less people second-guessing the decision. But remember this one, because if they're in this spot again, I bet you they do go for it.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This ball's caught by Pickens. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give on the counter. Juke the defender. And he drives it up past the 45. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Go.
2nd and 1. Completed over the middle. It's inside the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Allen setting up to throw. He's got Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Third and just 2 to go. Blitz coming here. Allen complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Play action now with Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face second down. Again, Allen to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Bills looking for a score before halftime. And the Steelers going nickel, third down. On third and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Set, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Simple dive up the middle. And they take this in for the score. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Middle. That's it.
Throwing here, Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Alert. That's it.
First down throw for Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. He's going to push one deep down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. Third time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
He'll throw it. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Steelers 21, Bills 7.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get it.
Now we're on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Go.
Dropping back to throw. They touch him down with a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ready, set.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Lightning 18. Get up.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
19, Tiger. Set, go.
Second and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Rocco 80.
Looking to the air here. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready? Hey, check that.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Space to the left. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Regular. We go.
On first down, Allen. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Play action now. Allen. He sends this one to the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life. 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Motioning him from the slot right. Allen on 3rd down. And And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
They go play action here. Headed out right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Able to get it to Franklin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go, set.
Play action on 1st down. That throw finds Pickens. And they get to him, but this is a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Bring it. Ready.
Now a give left side. Is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This ball's caught by McCaffrey.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
They just get the play off. This is McCaffrey, left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bills' ball as we start the 4th, but any efforts may be futile facing that deficit. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He throws a bullet to this, brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
First down from the red zone. He's got it. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Come on, set.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The right call came in at the right time, give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Go!
Here's a throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Pass 85, pass 85.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Hey, tight. Middle. Half. Look out.
2nd down, Allen throwing again. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
5 wide. Pass. Stop. What's up?
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Gets this one to Andrews. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
56. What's up?
To throw again, it's Allen. Diving forward, and he makes the catch.
Go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
What's up?
1st and 10. Here's Allen. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Off 52. Middle. Alert! What's that?
Allen gonna throw again. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Alert! Monday. Out! What's that?
3rd and long, it's Allen. Taking a shot deep down the... He's got it inside the 25. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Now after reeling in the deep shot, though, he looks to be in some pain. Must have been banged up somewhere along that play. We're going to take a pause as he gets worked on. To the air again, Allen. On the move, headed right. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Again, Allen to the air. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Allen on 3rd and short. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have likely locked up the win right there. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Allen. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
Allen on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. They'll go. Allen. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Allen off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Steelers get it back after making their third first-half interception.
This is a time with the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field. It starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go, set.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running this one left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Top low 18. Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll try and throw it here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the big game downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers put up even more points in a win. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Steelers continue piling on to this lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
79 Bronco.
They've got a man in motion.
Go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Completed here to Pickens. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Steelers continue piling it on here in the fourth. George Pickens, the touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers continue adding on to that lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Is it?
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.